places nobody goes. I wanna teach all the things that nobody knows. I wanna grow wings, leave the coop, learn to fly. Bungee jump from the tallest building in Dubai. I wanna fly around town in my UFO. I wanna eat real food, not the GMOs. I wanna make moves, call the shots like the boss. I wanna love like I never lost.
Thank you for joining us today here at Desertwood Days. I am your host, Kathy Blaze, and today I am here with the lovely Katrina Ramirez. Welcome, Katrina.
Hello, thank you. Thank you for having me today.
Such a pleasure.
Oh, thank you so much.
You look so beautiful today.
Thank you. So do you. Lovely as always.
Thank you. You know, we get into this nice weather, so you know, I can wear my long sleeve now because I'm a hot mama. I get hot real easy, so.
Yes, hot in more ways than one.
Oh, okay. You know, it's been such a while since I've seen you.
Yes.
I mean, we've gone through the COVID thing and just with other life things. I hope all has been well with you and your family.
Yes, things have been well. We were fortunate enough to not experience anything too close to home. So,
Yes.
But there's been a lot of people affected by it. And
Sure.
it's really tough and heartbreaking right now, but I did lose my job this year, so that was I had been working there for 20 years, so
Oh my
that's,
goodness, sorry to hear that.
you know, it's been a blessing in disguise, so it's actually given me some time to really work on the things that I really love doing as opposed to working in corporate America.
Yes, you know what, I like to look at it that way as well. When things like that happen in your life that we think is a negative impact, it's
Yes.
actually working some things out for you.
For sure.
Gives you time to go back and work on some of those loves, those dreams that you've been putting on the shelf or not giving 100%.
Definitely.
And Miss Katrina, I know that you're a songwriter,
Yes.
you're a singer, performer. You have this talent that's undeniable.
Thank you.
So I like to ask, when did you realize that you had that talent and you wanted to be a songwriter?
Well, I kind of stumbled upon it when I was about 19 years old. I would write a lot of poetry just to kind of, you know, work out my experiences, what I was feeling as more of a therapeutic art for me.
Right.
And then I started going to church, and we had a talent show. And so I shared some poetry at a talent show, and people liked it. And then I was invited into some groups, and so we started some music groups, and I didn't really know that I had a knack for singing until my 20s, because I was always so introverted and shy, and I came from a very musical family. My dad, my grandfather, my uncles, they sing and they play they play instruments, and so it's in my blood.
Right.
But I just didn't have a lot of confidence, or I just suffered from shyness and lack of confidence. And I just feel like writing was always
that was an easy way to express yourself.
Yes.
Right. And you mentioned your dad, and I see you sharing some lovely things about your father.
Yeah.
Had you ever experienced a time where you may have performed with your dad, or?
So my dad, he was a karaoke king. So he even hosted a few times, and he was so, when you see an entertainer, you know, and performers, he was definitely that. And so he just knew how to work the crowds and really get things going. And I think I sang a song for him once, you know, when he was hosting karaoke. But I was just so nervous about it. And then too, he passed away when I was 21. So it was just right when I was starting to kind of come into that gifting and even knew that I had anything. I didn't really get a lot of opportunity to share it with him.
Before you knew how special your gift was.
Yeah, I got to share a song with him before he passed. And,
wonderful.
And it was a little awkward because it was poetic. It, you know, wasn't really singing. It was more poetry. And but it definitely a special moment.
That's awesome. So so were there, so you were around a musical family, you said, so
Yes.
I'm quite sure they were the inspiration to what you do right now, even though that was your special gift. But
Oh,
seeing
sure.
your dad
Yeah,
perform
definitely.
and your uncles, so that was the inspiration for you, would you say?
I would say so. Yes, because we would have family gatherings and somebody pull out the guitar and we'd start singing together. And so they're definitely a big inspiration. My grandfather was a big singer. He was a
Really?
really great baritone singer. And he would tell me stories of us being related to Elvis Presley on his mother's side. And my dad would tell us stories of being related to Selena.
Oh,
Long lost distant cousins to
Oh.
Selena. So, I mean, music is in our family, and who knows if those stories are actually true. But
where's your family originally from?
California
Oh, okay.
and Nebraska. So my mother's side of the family is mostly from Nebraska,
Oh, okay.
but she was born in California. My dad is from California, but my dad is Mexican. My mom is half German. She's mostly German, but
Oh, okay.
so I've got a little bit of a mixture going on.
Right,
So.
right. So, you prefer being a songwriter.
Well, correct. So I love to write.
You love to write.
Yes, and I sing because of default. Like I just needed somebody to sing these songs,
Right.
and so
You have to
people
sing your own
actually- I
darn
know,
songs, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So, but people said that they liked my voice, and I don't consider myself a powerhouse singer by any means. I just, I have a unique sound, and it's my own. I've created a poetic sound mixed with music and singing. So it's hard to classify what it is. It's like
It's something. It's your gift. It's cat. Let's say it that way.
Yeah.
It's cat.
Exactly. But what I do hope to do with this latest project that I've been working on is I hope people see the writing behind it, and I hope I have opportunity to write with other artists that actually want to, perform and be that.
Can you tell us a little bit more about this project, this new project?
Yeah, so my last solo music project was done in 2011. So it's been a 10-year hiatus.
Oh.
And like I mentioned, I lost my job this year, and so I had some time to really dive into some things I had written for years. So I went ahead and met up with some producers this year and recorded 2 projects. So this
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, with this particular project, I'm really hoping to create conversation behind the songs that I've written. They're very, I think writing is very vulnerable. You have to really share some of your experiences.
Right. Put yourself out there for people to judge your work.
Exactly.
Right.
And I feel like my first experience with music, when that judgment and criticism was happening, I just wasn't really strong enough to, to endure that.
Right.
So I kind of experienced a lot of discouragement.
Okay.
But I learned a lot from that season. I'm hoping that the music that I share will just kind of allow for conversations around the subject and the topics that are discussed.
And I hope that the music that you put out there has helped to make you a stronger person as well.
Yes, it's my journey. What I've discovered about music and writing, it's my journey, but it's not who I am.
Right.
It's just a piece of what has kind of helped me develop into who I am.
Right.
So,
as a songwriter, do you write for other musicians?
So I have had the opportunity to write with a few different artists. I had a really great opportunity to write with you for Blazing Curves.
Yeah.
And I've only worked with a couple brands to where I've written specific songs for a brand and kind of created some music behind that. But I'm hoping to have more of those opportunities to write for others and with others as well.
Of course, because that's what you love doing.
Yeah, I feel like that's what I'm pretty good at. I'm pretty good at coming up with words simplified in a way that, can reflect well into music. And then I'm really good at creating melodies and things that are kind of catchy. So I feel like I would be a great collaborator with anybody.
I think you'd be a great asset for filmmakers that are always looking for someone to help them with music.
And here I am.
That is the purpose of this show, is for our audience, our fellow creatives, to be able to get to know each other and see what each other do out here in the AZ community, and network and hopefully work with each other one day.
That's beautiful.
That is awesome.
I appreciate these types of situations because that's exactly what you're doing, and I'm so grateful for you and the team that you have surrounded around you to accomplish those things. I think it's wonderful.
So I know speaking about your dad was a touchy situation, and I just wanted to let you know that I mention your dad because I know how he's such an important piece in your life. Even though he's not here with you and the physical, he's always here with you.
Oh, for sure.
So I had to mention that piece about your dad also.
Yeah, it's, I have learned so much from that experience. Grief is really it's just love misplaced, or and it's not even misplaced. It's just because you had the opportunity to love so hard. So he was a really wonderful man. So I'm really grateful.
Well, he created you,
and he is a part of me, with me always. My mother is such a big support too, and I'm just so grateful for both of them.
You know what? I got to tell you guys, this lady right here can also cook. One day she invited me over for this, 6-course meal. I mean, it was just delicious. I had to throw that out there. Yes, she is a great cook as well.
Okay, time out. So,
don't you don't ruin the moment and tell me you bought the food.
No, I didn't. That day, so I have a really wonderful friend, Sylvia. She actually cooked for us that day.
She just ruined it for me.
I know, but I can cook. I can, and I'll have to cook for you another time. But
it was beautiful.
It was a beautiful dinner. She is such, I believe one of her love languages is cooking. And so she really did it was so beautiful and delicious.
I mean, the place, the setting, everything. The service, everything was beautiful.
Yeah, she hooked me up on that. She definitely, I told her about our meeting and how I just wanted to do something special. And she has this gift of cooking. It's truly a gift of hers. And she just wanted to bless us that day and cook for us. And it was really delicious. But I'll have to cook for you sometime.
Okay.
Just so that what you say.
I'm going to hold you to that. Katrina, being a songwriter, we all have someone that inspire us, whether it's a celebrity. I mean, I love Angela Bassett. I mean, I love some of those actresses that's been in the industry for a long time. As a songwriter, is there someone that you really inspire? I don't want to say you inspire to be like, but you love their work?
I love music. I love music with strong messages, things that really can be relatable. But I'll say that Lauryn Hill is a very big inspiration to me. I just really respect her message. I think she's an incredible artist. I have a lot of respect for her, even in falling away from music for a while. There's big reasons for those things, and so just the fact that she put her family first and decided to really pour into that, it's so important. I feel like in those industries specifically,
Sometimes you need a break. But
need,
even having a break, you never give up on it. Even if you're at home and you're still singing and you're teaching your children, your family, you're still engulfed in your craft.
True.
And speaking of craft, I know you brought us some media today.
I did.
I'd like to take a look at that.
Yeah, I brought just a little teaser of some upcoming music that we'll be releasing next month.
Wonderful. Let's take a look at that.
Okay.
That's right. Take your time. Do it right. Take your time with me. That's right. Yeah. Take your time. Do it right. Take your time with me. Well, here you come, acting like you wanna know me, but actually you really wanna show me how you put it down and how you put it on me, without any effort of getting to know me.
Ow, that was fierce. I love that.
Thank you.
And you were speaking about Lauryn Hill. I mean, you have that deep tone. I mean, it just touches you. I love that. Can you tell us about that song?
Yeah, that song in particular is called Take Your Time. And I wrote that, I went through counseling after many years of enduring the same pattern that I just couldn't figure out for a while. And I just started to recognize the patterns, and I wrote a song about just taking your time and doing things right, especially in regards to relationship.
Right.
I feel like our culture likes to glamorize relationships, and what they really are is not what we're taught to believe that they are in real life. So I'm sorry, I don't think I said that correctly, but what I'm saying is I just feel like our culture definitely makes us rush into relationships, glamorizing things when we really don't know the full story sometimes. And so that song is just more about taking your time and doing it right, and recognizing,
a lot of times there's signs there. We're missing signs because we're not taking our time. We want to be like these celebrity relationships, or the Joneses relationship is, instead of Kathy and whomever's relationship. We're focused elsewhere.
Yeah, a lot of my songs are about relationships and my experiences with them. Relationship is one of the most important things to me, and I'm very good at friendship, and I'm very good at family. Relationship is so important to me. Yes. So when things don't necessarily work out, or when I, when you have a falling out with somebody, those things are definitely
especially when
close to my heart.
I know what you mean, because I'm a Virgo, and we're loving type people. And when a relationship ends, I mean, it's hurtful, because you give your all in a relationship, and you try to make sure that people are happy in that relationship. And then when it doesn't go the way it's supposed to.
Well, so sometimes I think it goes exactly the way it's supposed to,
because we didn't take our time.
Well, that, or, like you said, there's signs all the time, and we see them.
Right.
We just either choose to look away, but we see them. I won't even say that we ignore them.
Right. You know what? Because a lot of times because it looks good on the outside.
Yes.
It looks good for other people.
Correct.
So we ignore what's going on behind closed doors.
Right, and that's the vulnerable piece that people aren't always willing to share, or that's the hardest piece to share, because it's vulnerable.
Right.
And so I feel like the songs that I write, about my experiences are certainly vulnerable, and it makes it uncomfortable sometimes to kind of put your life on Front Street like that, but I feel like my biggest goal behind this project is to really create conversations
Right.
behind the song and dive deeper into the message behind the music.
Well, you know what? It's therapeutic for you,
Most definitely.
and you may be saving someone else heartbreak.
I hope so. You know,
Or even if they still have to go, I mean, because we have to go through things.
we do.
But maybe it's a guide while they're going through it.
Definitely that for sure. I tell my daughter, you know, you can be smart and learn from your own mistakes, or you can be wise and learn from other people's mistakes.
Right.
And so if somebody is in a situation where they have that opportunity to learn from my mistake or learn from somebody else and not make the same mistake and bypass the consequences of those mistakes, then that would be ideal. But, you know, like you said, sometimes people have to learn it themselves.
Right.
And unfortunately, I'm one of those.
You know what I
people.
love about this, Katrina, is that this is we're speaking about music, okay, an art form, but it's also more than that.
Definitely.
This is a tool that's used because you're purging yourself of things that you've gone through in hopes to help someone else, or not even if that's not even your mindset set to help someone else to get it out of you to release.
Correct.
So I love that.
Yeah, it's a really great therapeutic tool in general, I find for myself. So I would agree.
What advice would you give to an aspiring songwriter?
Well, I would say I think the most important thing is why we do something. So I would just kind of challenge an aspiring singer's why. Why are you doing this? Is it for anything bigger than yourself, or is it just for fame or fortune, or you know, or to be the star, front and center? You know, like why do you do this? Why do you want to sing? Why do you want to entertain?
Right.
For me, I've not really embraced the whole idea of entertaining people. The performance factor has kind of always been a challenge for me. But I think when you embark on something that's bigger than yourself, I think that's what success looks like for me is when you're able to create something that's bigger than just you.
Right. And that's why, and I believe that's why you're blessed with the gift. So, Miss Katrina, where can our audience find you?
They could find me on Facebook, Katrina Ramirez. They could find me on Instagram, Cat Music Model.
It was such a pleasure having you here today.
Thank you.
Thank you, and we look forward to your new projects coming
thank you
up.
so much. Appreciate you, Kathy.
Thank you. We will catch you next time.